cigarette, or that didn't feel like a normal thing. That felt like something kind of crazy. And it was something like a 25
He's talking about
milligram snus I'd
Zeds.
had for the
He's
first
talking about
time.
that shit is
And
poison.
so after that, I ended up doing these things. And I found at the start that I could focus for a little bit longer, that I wasn't so distracted, and that I was more willing to sit down and work. And that's what most people say about these things. They talk about nicotine being this amazing drug, this amazing thing that helps your brain, helps you focus. And Andrew Huberman goes on about it. And I think that's a massive problem. People have made these super sexy, and I'm going to tell you why you need to quit them,
Dude, oh my god.
how I've quit
Fucking
them,
clean
and how it's
crochet. That shit
massively
looking
benefited my
crazy. I
life,
don't even want to go outside.
and why these things are not a godsend, why they're not the best thing in the world, and why they're actually probably stealing a lot of your life force and energy. And yeah, how I've managed to get off these things. So, nicotine pouches, as of 2 weeks ago, I was doing these Velos, 18 milligrams, probably 10 to 20 of them a day, which, if you look at the amount of nicotine in a cigarette, is crazy. It's like 2 milligrams in a cigarette. It's 18 in this. I was having 20 of these a day sometimes, a whole pack. That is an absurd amount of nicotine, and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only person doing this. In the USA, you only have like 3 milligrams and 6 milligrams. That's not as bad, I guess, but anywhere else in the world, we're doing the proper ones, and it's messing us up.
Shut the fuck
And I got so addicted to these, like, could not stop doing them. And these are some of
Okay,
the
this hate out
sort of
there for no
negatives
reason.
of doing these things. So at the start, you get this buzz of
This is the best.
motivation. And the reason that that happens, just so you understand I think it's pharmacology, or the hormone releases, these drop out a shit ton of dopamine, and they also boost your adrenaline. So they make you feel fight and flight. They make you go, boom, dialed in. Big rush of dopamine, same stuff that cocaine dumps into your brain is dopamine. Which is why I call these things crack, because they genuinely are. So you get a big rush of dopamine, adrenals go up, big rush of adrenaline.
Hold on. I actually need to talk this through. I have this. I have all of these repositories. I have so many repositories, and they have branches, because I went crazy, and like some of these guys got branches that are just like, these are just registries of fucking apps that I've coded along the years. And I'd love to just like, have this kind of like mega app that kind of connects all of my GitHub onto an app, like onto an interactive workspace. And I'd like to, you know what? New app idea. Jippity, I'm like serious about this like new idea that I got here, but I need you to not bother me when I'm talking and shit. Like I don't want you to cut in and butt in and like be like a bitch. But anyways, what I was talking about was that this app idea that I have is I just thought of it. I mean, I have a bunch of these repositories that I'm looking at on my GitHub, and I was thinking if there was an API that could scan all of the code on this and then actually deploy all of these things for me, and like, just use some kind of Terraform and cloud infrastructures, and you just like just do everything through code and CLI, like maybe I have to use Devin or another AI, but I want you to just like, like help me out here and let me know what you gotta do.
Got it. You want an app that scans your GitHub repos, identifies infrastructure code, and automatically deploys everything via Terraform and cloud infrastructure. You want a streamlined, automated workflow without any unnecessary interruptions. I'll focus on giving you the key
Wait,
steps.
wait, 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 wait. I want the app to scan the code and know what type of code it is, know how to deploy it, and then deploy it for me, writing the infrastructure as code. So it's going to be using LLMs and using generative AI to actually write code for me so that it could actually display the products on my GitHub repo.
Understood. You want the app to use generative AI to analyze your code, determine the type of project, automatically generate the necessary infrastructure as code files, like Terraform scripts, and then deploy the project. Essentially, it's a fully automated DevOps pipeline powered by AI. That means it needs to understand your code, generate infrastructure definitions, and handle the deployment process seamlessly. That's a solid idea and definitely achievable with modern AI tools.
Is it really now? Like, you really think that I'm able to make a DevOps pipeline that has everything from secrets to having like all this, like architecture diagrams and being able to align with enterprise level or even just localized like knickknack level of code that people just write, and then you're able to just have a service that will scan, you log in through OAuth or whatever, and then it just scans all of your code and then it just automatically deploys it, and it just like tells you like metrics and other informations. Like, how would I even go about writing this code? I mean, that's like a really big project if you think about it.
It's definitely a big project, but it's doable if you break it down. Here's a high level roadmap. First, authentication. Implement OAuth to let users securely connect their GitHub accounts. This will allow your app to scan their repos. Second, code scanning. Use the GitHub API to fetch repository data. Identify infrastructure files like Terraform, Docker, or Kubernetes configs by parsing file structures and file names. Third, infrastructure as code. Parse these infrastructure files to understand the deployment requirements. You can use libraries like HCL for Terraform or YAML for Kubernetes to read and interpret configurations. Fourth, deployment automation. Set up a CI/CD pipeline, e.g., using GitHub Actions, that takes these configurations and deploys them to the appropriate cloud provider, AWS, Azure, GCP, etc. Terraform can handle infrastructure provisioning, and cloud provider SDKs can handle other resources. Fifth, secrets management. Integrate a secrets management tool like HashiCorp Vault or AWS Secrets Manager to securely store and retrieve credentials. Sixth, metrics and monitoring. Use monitoring tools like Prometheus, Grafana, or cloud-native solutions to collect metrics and provide deployment insights. This will give you performance data and deployment status. By dividing the project into these steps, you can tackle each component one by one. Start small, maybe with a single repo and a simple deployment, and then scale up. With the right tools and a clear plan, you can definitely build a powerful automated DevOps pipeline.
What's a timeline for this?
A realistic timeline would depend on the complexity and number of repositories. Here's a rough breakdown. First, planning and setup, 1 week. Define requirements and select appropriate APIs.
Alright, so I got like all of these, and I'm going through this Azure 204 course, and through the 204 course, I have an issue with my. I have an issue. Where is the resource group? I don't think it shows resource groups like that. So view resources. Oh, it's just like that. Okay, well, I mean, I just want to look at AZ204. AZ204 has got frequency hertz. Because I think I just connected it to the. Okay, yeah, I connected. Oh. This is the frequency hertz web app. This is the frequency hertz ACI container. The frequency ACI container is gonna be like boom, and it's like boom, and then you're not. Oh no, you're not able to do that. So I need it to be HTTPS. Okay, so it does work. It does work. It's just not working. But this part it works. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go like that. I'm gonna go ahead and go like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go like that, and I'm gonna go ahead and go like this. I'm gonna go ahead and go like this. It's gonna say yes. Huh? Exception, no exceptions in the last 24 hours. It's bullshit, boy. Because I could just go to the logs now that I've made them. Oh, shit. All these songs are not even available anymore. Except Carnival for some fuck ass reason, bro. So sad.
Squash it, eat your mouth. On the water squat, squat. Your dirty moment count. Squat, squat, squat. All the ninjas go round, round. Eat your mouth. On the water squat, squat. Your dirty moment count. Squat, squat, squat. All the ninjas go round, round. It's your mind, 우리가 있지 마 빛이 나 우리가 빛이 나 신경 꺼 너는 너 나는 나 with the killer whales 날개 피고 동리에서 수영 C-O-H-O-R-T with the cohort patties boys motherfucker fucker 주둥이 막 뻐끔뻐끔 너는 너 나는 나 받아들여 어서 너는 남들 욕할 때 나는